thermal analysis of composite wall using FEA. As a preliminary concept, here we use K1 and K2 instead of E in structural problem for conduction problem, and in conduction problem H is used instead of E. The steps and procedures are same as in the case of a structural problem. For analysis, we take an inner wall as element 1 and an outer wall, that is an insulating material, as element 2. Let us consider following parameters also. That is, Q is the heat inflow at the inner side of element 1, that is heat inflow. K1 and K2 are thermal conductivities of element 1 and 2. Then H is heat conduction coefficient or heat transfer coefficient, which is transfer heat to atmosphere. T infinity is the atmospheric or ambient temperature. L1, L2 are wall thickness of element 1 and 2. This is directly given in the problem. Then A is area of cross section perpendicular to the direction of heat flow. If there is nothing mentioned about A, take it as 1 meter square. Okay, then step 2, discretization. The entire idealized diagram is discretized into 3 nodes and 2 elements. Then the temperature is T1, T2 and T3 at the nodes, and the ambient temperature is T infinity. In element 1, at node 1 there is conduction, at node 2 there is also conduction, there is no change in medium. Then element 3, node 3 there is a conduction because there is a change in medium. Here atmospheric temperature contact, therefore this is conduction. Then the L1 and L2 are thickness. Then the nodal temperatures are T1, T2 and T3. Then step 3, formulation of finite element equations. Here the equation is called thermal stiffness matrix. In structural problem, that is element stiffness matrix. For element 1, there is conduction only. Then the finite element equation is K was first element, K for first element into T for first element is equal to F. F is thermal force, that is expanding these matrices. K1A by L1. In structural problem here we use E. In heat transfer problem here we use K for conduction. K1A by L1, 1 minus 1 minus 1, 1 into T1, T2 equal to F1, F2. Where F1 and F2 are thermal forces, where F1 is equal to Q1A and F2 is equal to Q2A. If there is nothing mentioned about Q1 and Q2, assume it is 0. If there is a QG, that is heat generation in the wall, then we use QG into A as F. QG into A as F1. Then there is another heat generation in the second element, then QG into A as F2. Then for element 2, heat is transferred through conduction along with N surface conduction because there is a link between atmosphere in the second element. Therefore, the finite element equation for element 2 is K2 into T2 is equal to F2. But here K2 is the equivalent coefficient, that is a conduction coefficient and a conduction coefficient. Therefore, we take K2A by L2 into 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 plus HA, heat transfer coefficient. This is any conduction. HA 0 0 0 1 because there is in last node there is only conduction. Therefore, 1 0 0 0 1 into T2 T3 is equal to F2 F3. Then step 4, assembling of finite element equations. That is equation 1 and 2 assembled into a global or combined finite element equation for composite wall. That is K1A by L1 minus K1A by L1 0 minus K1 by L1, then K1A by L1 plus K2A by L2 minus K2A by L2 0 minus K2A by L2 minus K2A by L2 plus HA, here conversion. Then T1, T2, T3 is equal to F1, F2, F3. This is the combined or global finite element equation. Then step 5, applying boundary conditions. The boundary conditions involve force boundary conditions, thermal force boundary conditions as well as temperature boundary conditions. If there is Q value is given, then find F1 is equal to Q1A or F2 is equal to Q2A. Also, there is mentioned about QG, that is indirect heat generation. Then also we calculate QG into A for F1. Then also applying temperature boundary conditions. That is, if there is mentioned about T1 is equal to X degrees Celsius, then apply this value. Then finally solving simultaneous equations from the matrices and getting unknown model temperatures. This is the final answer of